Incognita blocks me from doing much of that. And if you're black flagged, you can't march into Terra Incognita. At least you shouldn't be able to. Yeah, you can't. That was a good old exploit back in the day. Very long back in the day. Now, I still want that extra range. Oh, I will definitely want to improve relations, but for now I need that range. I hope he's not level 2. I'll actually have to fire you in the hopes that I get a level 1 guy for this. I don't want to spend all my dosh on range. Oh, very sweet. So now we get to see what happens if I take Rome. Jeez. We need to keep Savoy, Siena, Venice, Hungary, and Aragon off our back. Aragon, not too worried about. Hungary, yes. Venice, yes. Genoa, yes. Well, Hungary, maybe. I wonder what it'd take to get Siena out of this war. Without Siena, it's just the Pope troops, and whilst I am a little scared of those, it's just the Pope. Siena can be bodied single-handedly. Soon nobody will know what this Hungary you speak of is, it's just how we feel. Alright, we'll leave out the lights, the rest of you get in, and there we go. We're in the black when it comes to sailors. Kind of. And in the next month we'll be able to know everything we want to know about Italy. Don't mind me, guys, I'm just walking through. Can't hurt me, it's against the Geneva Convention that doesn't exist yet. So, Milan, thank you, but I would really... you know, if I unveil this, am I just making trouble for myself? The only person I'd be getting involved is these guys, and I'd rather be able to have the free movement around here, so no. Let's steal the map of Italy. Yoink. And now I feel a bit more comfortable moving around here. Still, though... Siena's now at war with the Ottomans. Were they always? I don't know, but that might soften up their army a bit for me to swoop in. Have you decided yet what you're renaming the capital to once you rename PRoman? It'll be PRoman probably, unless there's a better idea. And I'm all for better ideas. I'm the better idea guy, after all. Let's have you guys actually get a month of healing up in port. There we go. Should get rid of your time at sea modifier there. And now we have the best that we can get here. I should probably have the 3 siege guy and then gun down Siena, but I don't have a free route into Siena courtesy of Firenze. Not that taking down Firenze should be too bad, but I'd rather focus on Siena. Also, we have Urbino getting in the way. Can't really boat my way around that problem. Is the problem lack of military access? Yeah, kind of. If I land in Romagna and take it, then we can quickly boat over. Takes a while to land in Romagna, though. How about Nova Proma? No, it's just straight up Proma for us. It's an unorthodox war for sure, and it's just for one province. If I were to take more than one province, I'd be the enemy of all Christendom. And that's because I'm coming in as an outsider, a very outsider. They see me as somebody from a different religious group that adds extra to the aggressive expansion that I get here. Doesn't help that it was the best CB. So France already has a head start on hating me. But if I take this, I might be able to get rid of... no, I won't be able to get rid of some of this. Just hopefully Castile sees me in a friendlier light, same with England. And distance between borders is a painful one. The Ottomans aren't an impossible equation here, but we'll just have to see once we land. Once I take Roma, it's going to be hard to expand much more from there, but we'll do our best. But that involves taking Roma, and I need to think how to deal with these guys. You wouldn't think that 30,000 would be a problem, but our units are pretty weak compared to theirs. Can you improve relations enough with Venice so they won't join the coalition? Certainly. In fact, I should be bringing you back just now. I want Venice and Genoa not to be in the coalition. I think there was somebody else I was caring about as well, right? Hungary probably still yes, because I could bring in Austria. But Venice, Genoa, Savoy, Hungary. Venice, Genoa, yes, Savoy. Need more diplomats. Wonder if I just jump over to Romania with everything I got would be okay. I can transport 17k at once. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Get over there. Hope you don't get slaughtered. At least you won't get occupation of Rome. As long as I'm not Catholic, it'll be fine. They still hardly fill combat width. Maybe you can flank them for extra damage. That's another idea. Okay, let's hope we don't get interrupted in taking this. And then we land with everything else, and then we take Firenze to boot Siena out of the war. If I can get a nice big peace deal with Siena, I won't fear them joining a coalition against me. Well, not anytime soon at least. One of the difficult things about having my capital so far away is that it takes an aeon for any of my diplomats to reach. Alright, we get on over. Groovy, we have our 3 siege general. We gun down Firenze. Urbino's going to take this back. I don't like that. But hopefully Firenze takes no time at all. And also hopefully they don't come and slaughter me. Let's just not have this be a question for very long. We brought cannons, we brought an amazing siege general. All hail Pindali. He's going for Istra, which isn't very cute, but... actually that's very not cute. My boats are going to suffer here. But the sooner I knock out Firenze, the potentially better. I can just turn around, take Romagna, get somewhere to put my boats back, and then we work on chewing through the Papal State. That requires Firenze to fall. Oh wait, he gave up on it because he saw his chance to fight and die against the Ottomans. Good old Ottomans, they're always my friend in every campaign. Come on, Firenze. That's a good fort. I want your money. I want you to not be friends with the Papal State because I'm almost certainly going to bully them again. What else would I even want out of Siena? I want a long truce with them, so I should almost certainly be gunning them down in their entirety. So let's get Siena. Let's take this over. Let's get our boats over so that we can take Siena faster. Uh-oh, there's the Pope. Let's keep Siena well defended. Oh, he knew what he was trying there. He would make he'd make happily enough with that peace deal, but I want a long one. I'm probably not going to take over the rest of Sienese land because it's so expensive to take. It's far better to take this land. It's further away, it's less development, there are more provinces, it's all good. Get out of the land before you peace out. Why? It's quite easy for me to un-black flag myself. Alright, let's get you guys over. How much do I want to... blow those walls down? Quite a lot, but maybe not enough. Should go fast enough like this. Water shortage already. That might have even been enough to get it on that siege roll. It's hard to tell. I don't like putting all my units in one place like this, but it shouldn't be a big deal. We have lots of manpower. And now we have Siena 100%ed, so we can get the long peace deal that we want. What do we want out of him, though? Can't release Florence. Probably takes his everything. Well, I certainly want war reparations, given what he did to me, and it would be nice to farm a bit of prestige off of him, so we'll make him break up with somebody there. And... yeah, get rid of the Hungarian alliance. And get rid of some other paltry peace deal. There we go. Can you get can you check how much AE you get for vassalizing? I'm absolutely not interested in vassals in Europe right now, unless it's truly amazing. Something like, I don't know, an Aragon core when Spain has taken everything else. That would be a good example. Not breaking their alliance with France, Jake. Is that an alliance, though? Oh, it is. Oh, well, that's a no-brainer, that is. Okay, that's a nice long truce time, which is what I'm really after with these guys. But perhaps I should march on Roma before they take anything back. Taking Roma shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Merchants complain, huh? Aren't they always complaining? Give me that prestige, please, because I'm desperately low on that. Let's also consider why Mong Huang has not been paying their tribute lately. Give me the dosh. Let's also consider why Al Na has not been paying their tribute lately. Give me that dosh. The estates I haven't been thinking about much either. I could certainly be demanding stuff out of them, but there's I don't really need points right now. You should always want points, but I'm finding it hard to think of actually needing it. I guess I'll take the mill power. We're a bit short on that. Financial support is always welcome, though. But it's even more welcome if they have more influence here. That's good dosh. And that's good diplo power. And I'll take what I can out of you. I always want the unrest reduction guy. And how greedy should one get? Always as greedy as possible, of course. I take it all. Alright, we destroy his navy. We march on Roma, so we're not black flagged and put in an uncomfortable position. I siege out Siena for their everything. And now, it's just mano a mano versus Roma. Roma will take some time. I don't actually mind barraging this down, because, well, I have all my navy here running me dry of sailors. Tyrannical nobles. That's pretty good, actually. I'm trying to lose a bit of development back home. Gotta slim down, you know. Now it's only against the Papal States units, and whilst they're still far stronger than mine, I'm here to take over. Fought a single battle, lost it, and still manages to win the war. Not very PRoman, but it'll have to do. You telling me that Rome won every one of its battles, especially in its early days? Because they certainly did not. It's very poetic having Rome be our starting province in Europe, though. Uh-oh. Could we please get it soon, because my navy's gonna die. I could bring them over here. It's that galley that's going to be destroyed. Well, I'll tell you what, these galleys just go bye-bye. Come now, Roma, 21% is a good one. Okay, well 35 is also a good one. Hey Jake. Oh, has Jake been streaming for a long time, says Ramsey. 1 hour 40-ish. But not a lot has happened, right? We unveiled what's in Europe, we decided who to fight, and it was the best CB on the Papal State. We managed to fight Aragon and take their money. Take Siena's everything to get a long truce time with them, and now it's time for the Pope himself to bend over because we are taken over. Don't need 3 siege for what we're doing here, but I do want 3 siege for that. Screw it, we'll take it. Let's be prudent here, right? There's no need for us to be this fast and loose. If I can maximize my winnings, let's maximize my winnings. Let's also maximize the destruction of the Roman fleet. And kind of wish we were a bit more, well, a bit closer to force limit here. Taking this land won't even bring me that much closer to force limit. I think I have too many transports. We can bring it down to 12. There we go. Because, yeah, I was paying quite a lot over the odds in fleet maintenance. I still am, but we'll live with it. Well, I'll be danged. Pope Boy thinks he can win this, because he just reinforced. I hope to God he's wrong. Hope to God he's wrong. Come on. Do I gotta throw everything I got against him? Jeez. I was watching all those 9s roll in for his shock phases and getting a bit antsy. Where in the world is Jorge? This Diego Garcia sucks. Well, deals in tea, which will someday be useful, so let's get that production. And let's burn that. No, let's not burn that production, but maybe someday. Hey, I have a boat sitting here. How long's that cog been there for? Probably forever, costing me loads of money. The people demand peace. From 7 battles, we have plus 13, and occupying Roma itself is worth everything. So if we take Roma, if we take all their money, and we break them up with Aragon, we have a pretty good thing going on here. Could always release Urbino, but for what purpose? This gets me into Europe at long last, but damn it, I didn't have the opportunity to improve relations to the point where I wouldn't be eating coalition sandwich. And I'm a bit very worried about that. If only Navy's in the outliner. Well, I took them away because of the Naxos campaign, but it makes sense to have it back now. Same with building ships, actually. Okay, it sucks just to take Roma, and it super sucks to get a coalition for it. Let me think. Siena won't be in it, neither will Aragon, but Venice, Hungary, and Savoy will. Damn, I gotta get them out. Venice, Hungary, the boy. If I could just get Venice out of my hair. I'm gonna have to wait a bit on this one, actually, because I don't dare risk a coalition. Yeah, I'll wait a bit to get Venice out of my hair. And that would require at least 48 opinion between us. It's a push, but we'll get it. We've done Genoa. Let's work on Savoy as well. We're going to need to work them eventually. I don't think I'll get England. I really don't think I'll get... Oh, right. I forgot I was, still in this war. I just assumed that I'd kicked the Papal States so hard. Alright, let's get back to somewhere with a bit of supply limit. I'd be able to improve Venice's opinion if I gave them Istra back, but I could also not. Wouldn't Venice be really happy about getting Istra back? Yeah. It's 3. 3 is the magical number for a coalition, by the way. Well, hopefully they're too busy getting flattened right now to care much about it, but good grief. There are a lot of them, sire. Also, what is he trying to do? He wants Siena, but not hard enough. Okay, we're getting there with Venice, thankfully. England is tarted up as much as one can tart up England. This call for pizza is not unbearable. It's unpleasant, but not unbearable. And we're making sailors again, which is also good. Manpower situation is acceptable. And Mong Huang's 3 ducats pale in comparison to getting some actual manpower off of them. Multi-engineer's deed. We'll just take anybody else so we can keep our mill up to date. Alright, that should be Venice sweetened up enough that there are only 2 people that will join this coalition. And that is Savoy and Hungary. The others are truced out. Or truce locked, or whatever people say these days. I want my war reparations, of course. I don't mind a lengthy truce with the Pope. not given up by Ibiza. Alright, there we go. Not Ibiza, Istra. Nice. We have secured our beachhead in Europe, and it is none other than Proma itself. That feels pretty good. That feels pretty dang good. We'll start by making this a full-on core, and let's start thinking about how we move our capital there. There's a lot of things we have to do to make it our capital, but we're going to have to work on pretty much all of them. Let's also consider who would be our friend now that we're in Europe. Surely, yeah, distance between borders not such a problem anymore. Genoa wants to be our friend, and we want Genoa as a... Why are they getting flattened by Milan? Oh, getting flattened by France, I suppose, is a problem. Well, surely not Genoa, but maybe, I've seen better options in my time. Considerably better options. We're not that far off from England, all things considered. Castile might take a bit more work. Let's see what can be done. Do you have any negative modifiers because you took Rome? Is that for Christians only? I think it's for Christians only, but I will be working on it. Gotta become Protestant someday. Papal separatists, yeah, no thanks. Need to take Ryukyu for Shitatsu Show and his holiday prom, says McCaig1. I'm just going to completely ignore that and notice that I've just freed up a rival slot. If I make a tactical rival inside Europe, it'll be good for getting a friend. Castile hates Aragon, that's good. England hates France, Ottomans and Mamluks. None of those are eligible. Aragon is a pretty great person for me to point my fat finger at and say I hate them. So we'll do exactly that. And that should make Castile think a lot better of me. Common rivals is there, but it should also tick up here. Let's push that relationship a bit further as well. Anti-Christian edict? No, no, no. What's the exact opposite of that? Jake, what was your expansion way into Europe? We went around the way. Mixture of colonization and chartering trade company provinces. Okay. I need to reduce the autonomy of Proma once we have it cored, and then we should be able to embrace... Yes! Renaissance and colonialism, and finally we'll be able to tech like a god. I would like some prestige. Oof. Jinx, it's pretty gash here. Let's lose the prestige then. It might take a bit for Castile to see the funny side of what I'm doing here, but we're hoping we get there. Oh, England's close. England is very close. Why did they suddenly become so happy with me? They must have ditched a... well, they must have ditched somebody else. They're a bit big for a gift to make a difference here. I can't... Well, you know what I can do? Castile, how are you feeling about me? How close are you feeling about me? Not close enough, actually. And they want my land? What do they even want from me? They desire Gebu. I don't even desire Gebu anymore. I'd happily get rid of it. In fact, I do kind of want to sell it off. I've gotten what I need here. Yeah, there is that. I was thinking of Aragon, but France is the one that I don't have a truce with. Not that that matters much here, but if I make a scornful insult, Castile and England would be happier. French culture is something of an oxymoron, don't you think? They have somehow interpreted this as an insult, but England are pretty happy with my attitude. Castile need a bit more pressing, but we'll get there. I did all I can with Venice, and now I just need to grab that before they change their mind. 2 months for them to not do anything silly. You made them ditch Aragon, Jake. Well, I did kick Aragon pretty firmly in the face. Lazy explorer, Jake. Aye. Aye. Green Gauges did well on the naval front, even though he's, I don't want to say just an explorer, but he is just an explorer. I'm thinking New World, we have good range on it, so check the Atlantic South. I want Savoy off my case. That'll take a lot of... Basically, I have a lot of improving relations to do around here because I'm not a popular guy. But I just moved in, right? I speak a little funny, I look a little different. I ride around on gigantic horses. But you know, we're just like everybody else. There we go. Who would have thought an alliance with England is something to celebrate in this game? If I had better dip rep, considerably better dip rep actually, then I might be able to get Castile on my side. Normal karma helps out. Oh, I really want that improved relations because that's burning for me right now. It's worth the money, although it's a lot of money. We've already used our... We have what we need to get the range on things I want here, I'm quite certain about that. What else am I thinking? I dare not tech until we catch up with institutions. Sell Gaboo to somebody that'll give Castile a good fight. I don't want Gaboo anymore, although it's kind of good to use it for range on exploring the Americas. Then again, is that really important? Like at all? Maybe I could even sell it to Castile, see how they like it. Hey, you want Gaboo? You said you did. Not to the point where they pay for it because they're overextended. Let's imagine that you weren't overextended. What would you pay for Gaboo? Not a whole lot, actually. Fulo, would you like Gabi? Oh, they would very like Gabi. Is that not even more than I paid for it? Alright, Gaboo does me a whole lot more value if I'm selling it off to Hulo. Well, you know what would be very, very funny? I sell this, I get attacked and somebody annexes Roma off of me, then I'm sent all the way back to the Cape. That would be really funny. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Still, I want that dosh, so it's all yours, friend. And that'll stop Castile desiring my land and make them a bit more keen on being my friend. Not much more keen, but a bit more keen. Oh, the Philosopher didn't last long, did they? And all of you guys are too expensive for me to really want. Inflation reduction could be a thing. Spoils of war, as if. It's not a whole lot, so I'll just pay up. I actually like the idea of reduced unrest, but I don't like the idea of paying for it, so let's get you. I wonder if yeah, these guys are still continuing on their exploration mission. Good on them. Right, what I should also be doing is getting more claims on Aragon. Sadly, I can only do Abruzzi and Napoli. Oh, well, I can do a bit more. But I should take contiguous land so that I can have my good friends, the Protestants, rise up and spread it all around. It's no longer a religious centre now, it's not Catholic, we've got that going for us, but if I want conquest of Rome, then I need to be either Christian or Muslim, and we are currently neither. Alright, well, doesn't hurt to get going with that. Our Truce of Aragon is not the longest thing in the world. It's only until 35 actually, so we should get a move on with that. They're allied with Siena and Portugal, but Portugal's we'll be able to take on Aragon, I'm quite certain. Well, actually, he's a good bit stronger than we are, but surely Castile would be in for some of that sweet Aragonese land. It's getting a bit difficult to be your friend, isn't it? Very difficult for me to get the last little bump I need to get this. My dip rep's already good, we have common rivals, a good opinion, but it's my army, the neutrality. Well, maybe the neutrality will flip soon enough when we realise that we share the same enemy. Let's gain karma out of all this. 30 ducats isn't that much. Pancake Lover passing by says, "Hey Jake, well, welcome."